Alright, hello and welcome back. Another episode here with Gaming Dakota. I am Eric B., your host for today. And every other day. Let me see if we can do live chat today. Gotta get switched over here. Yeah, I mean it's been back and forth, Sydney. It's I don't know. We don't know what was going on, but it would go off, come back on, go on, and come back on. It was like power surging, really. Well,
Yeah.
thanks for stopping by. Appreciate you. I was just over there. Forgot to tell him hi though. I was trying to get back in here. Just had lunch. Okay. So, I've been working on some signage. I know once Pops comes over here, Peepaw Fireside, he's going to be curious as what I was talking about putting signs in. Well, I have been working on it. I'm going to do this for every floor, so if we do multiplayer, well, it'll be easier to see what is on every floor. This is just the first floor right here. Everything we make down here. Or that's at least accessible down here. And then I'll do the same thing on the two upper floors. We'll go down to the basement. There's not a whole lot to do down there, but I don't know. Maybe one of these days we'll put something down there. I might run some of this stuff over here, like the quartz or the sulfur. We could run bauxite, which there's no bauxite coming in here. So I think we'll just get rid of this for now. The bauxite actually comes in at the train now, so I need to take that off of here as well because I don't have anything coming in here right now for bauxite. But we could run Sam down there. We'd have to come up, over, down, and in. We could easily run sulfur down there. We could run something in the basement, but yeah, for right now, everything comes in up here. So that's what I've been doing off stream, guys, because we've had stuff we're doing to bring you all in with us. We still have to complete our building out there, getting ready for nuclear. We have, I still have a lot of signs to put in. I'm just kind of working on that off stream. But we've got to get all this aluminum production going. We've got a lot of manufacturers and stuff like that that we've got to put in. So we got to start using these materials. So once we get those machines set up, I'll be able to tell how many of these we need to get set up over here with some storage. And essentially we'll just start shipping it across the factory wherever we need it. I've left a couple conveyors up there where we can bring this stuff back across. You can see part of our wonderful factory there. I was kind of playing with the window idea. And I like how it had turned out, but I wish it would not have the collision problems that it has. It's made it kind of difficult to put windows in, but yep, there are signs on every floor now that tell us what we're going to find. I think I'm just going to kill this elevator. This stuff is... Yes, mute it. Shush! Okay. This is floor 2, so here you will find aluminum product, copper products, sheets and wire, black cable. For anything else, well, try another floor. We got deuterium and quick wire, all that coming in. So let's go down and I'll show you what this floor is. Okay, again, for anything else, try a different floor. So floor 1, here you're going to find plastic, rubber, bauxite. Train stations 1 and 2 is what we're calling them. We have floor 1. Here you will find aluminum products and manufacturers of various products, because right now I don't know what all's going on this floor yet. So I really don't want to make a list of things until I know for sure what we're putting here. So it's kind of a basic instruction of what we've got on this floor. If it's made by a manufacturer, well, it's probably going to be on this floor. It just gives you kind of a general idea, because we do have 2 different floors with aluminum products. Now, floor 1, you guys seen that. Okay, so when you come in the elevator, this is ground floor. You're going to find the research lab, crafting bench, MAM, equipment workshop, pub store. The ore, you're going to find coal, copper, iron, silver, quartz, biomass and biomass products, or biofuel, I should say. Let's edit that. And we may delete these since I have this out here now, but nonetheless, you have the list of everything I could fit as to what is on this floor. I think they're barking at nothing. Yeah, I think they're just barking at my son that's outside, trying to find something to do. I think he's bored. His siblings aren't here right now. But anyway, you guys get the general idea. There's going to be signage for everything, and well, this floor, well, you're not going to find much. You're just it's power right now, so you're in the basement. Basically, well, you're lost. Now, you're only going to find stored power here. So, yeah, you know, usually when you hit the basement, you're probably lost. Okay, if you're ever in the hospital and you go down and you find yourself in the morgue, well, you better turn around, okay? But anyway, this is what I'm doing for each floor. That way we have a list of everything that is on this floor. Now, I'm waiting to get different signage because I'm going to put, ground floor above that. But I would like it to be a little bit bigger. So I'm trying to get some tickets up to buy the bigger sign. Now, as far as our road goes, well, I have started putting some signs up, and, this is all, fireside wanted instructions, so, here we go. Okay, straight is going to take you right, right takes you left, and, well, left takes you straight or right. What's that mean? Well, straight to the right, okay, and right, well, that's going to take you left, okay, pretty simple. All right, left takes you straight and right. Straight goes to power, fabric, fuel, and right takes you up. Up to what? Well, I guess you got to find out. Okay, right takes you up, up takes you straight and right. Hint, to the train station or the wilderness. Okay, straight to rubber, plastic production, fuel production, power storage. Okay, all that is that way. Okay, coming back, well, here we go. Straight equals factory, ground floor. Left equals up, hint, the train station or the wilderness. I would choose wisely. Okay, now, in order for you to get the signage over here, we got to go up here. Okay. Here. You're going to go straight into the wilderness or to the coal and nuclear power. Right goes to the train or the factory. Okay. Now, if you're coming back this direction, well, left equals the train station, straight equals down. Which we're actually going to edit that to the train depot. There we go. Okay. And then you're going to come over here. And, well, down takes you right or left. Choose wisely. It depends on where you want to go. Okay. Now, this one is kind of a funny one. Right equals factory ground floor. Left equals power, rubber, plastic, fabric, fuel production. Or was it the other way? Well, then you come down here. You have chosen to go straight. This will take you to plastic, rubber, fuel, and fabric. Okay? Just a little comedy here. Okay? Now we jump over here. I'll show you the rest of the signs. And I'll probably have to run through this again if Fireside decides to jump over here with us. But alright, this is the train depot. If you're looking for a train station, well, there are currently 2 here. 1, 2. Okay? Now right here. You have come to a door. Go through it. Or don't. Now. Here you have 3 doors. each take you somewhere special. Floor 1, ground floor, and the train depot. Okay, pretty simple. Alright, here you go. Here you'll find a series of tanks. Some hold aluminum solution, some hold water. The signs tell you which, because we put in signs. Okay. And now if you're leaving, here you have 3 choices. You can go straight to a door, left to go up, or turn around and go back. Okay. Now here, you've reached the breaking point. Up, down, down again, up again. This is floor 1, aluminum and manufacturers. Okay. This is where you enter the, which way do I go? And well, by the time you get up here, ugh, don't even ask. Just pick one. Up, down, left, right, reverse. Which way do you need to go? I mean, my gracious here. Do we go down? Up? Really far down? Left? Right? Go back where we started? I don't know. But here, you're going to find aluminum ingot, casings, and sheets. So far. Okay? And you come over here. Well, the far left goes up. It has a connection to the Sky Road, the upper Sky Road, because this is the lower Sky Road, okay, that we're potentially taking out of here. So center, that'd be this guy right here, takes you down to floor 1. Now over here, you go all the way down there, make a right. Well, it's going to take you straight down outside. Alright, so if you made a right-hand turn, another door. Through it, you will find copper, deuterium, and aluminum products. Okay? And, well, I wouldn't enter here without the proper PPE. And, you know, I made sure to put the smallest sign up there, too. So you're like, oh, I shouldn't have come in here. Yep. Everything else is nice and clear. We can read it. We can see it. Now we have this little bitty sign that tells us not to go in there. Dry comedy. I know. Dry comedy. Anyway. Like I said, I'm still working on signs. This, well, either door. Just pick one. Both lead you up. That's right. They both go up. Now from here, you got to decide. Do you go back down to where you started? Or are you looking for the Sky Road? Okay. Pretty simple. Pretty simple. I haven't done too much on signage this direction. That took quite a bit of time to do. But we did get this kind of closed in. It's just a hallway, driveway, road, whatever you want to call it. So yeah, I haven't done signs over here yet. We'll get there. We'll get there. Okay. But nonetheless, out of all seriousness and you know, joking aside, at some point it may even help us to remember where we put something. Okay, I haven't done signs here yet either. But we'll get there. We'll get there. Okay, we closed off the train station a little bit there. I'm still working on getting everything closed off. I want it to look good, but yeah. So here we are on that. I will, like I said, I will do kind of a staging sign so you can come out of the elevator and you can see everything that's on this floor. I may just put it straight out in front of the elevator here. So all you gotta do is just, you know, you get to the floor and you can look at the sign, kind of like a menu. And then we don't have to have all these signs cluttering up the side of our elevator. So yes, on some of them I was being a smart aleck, but you know, you gotta have some comedy in your life. But yeah, that's what I've been working on off stream, guys. I haven't been doing anything real major without you. I am wanting to get up on the next floor and get some manufacturers and stuff going. Get some more of the aluminum productions going. We're going to have to run a lot of conveyors and things like that from various locations to get everything we need. So that's kind of where we stand on that. Going up. I am going to work on changing all of the floor to concrete. It's better than trying to paint it, and I think it looks more like a factory. So we need to get supercomputers going. The radio control unit, well, that takes aluminum. I don't know, we should be making a SAM fluctuator up here. Yep, so we have the high-speed connectors, crystal oscillator, and yep, there we go, the SAM fluctuator. And this, I was going to move this, reroute the conveyors that feed it, and yeah. But anyway, we have a lot of room here to hook up to aluminum as well as other things. Now this is going to make batteries. So we need sulfuric acid to do that. So we're going to have to set up refinery for the sulfur and all of that. Get that going. So we need sulfur and water. And it'll refine it down to sulfuric acid for us. And that will get us our batteries. I'm not 100% sure how we're going to do this yet because we need water. But, give me just a second. I'll be right back with you. Okay. So this will take both things that we are making right now, as well as sulfuric acid. I'm almost thinking Are we going to be able... let's see here. Comes out over here. Yeah, so we're kind of hindered on that. We could train more water in. There's just not any room to hook up anything else right here. Hang on, guys. Something's going on with my sound. Give me just a second here. I think this has to do with how my stuff is connected here. Okay, I don't seem to have sound at all now. There we go. Now I do. Yeah, see, it all depends on how my headphones connect, what the audio does, and it drives me nuts because if it doesn't hook up properly, the sound is jumping, and it's kind of annoying. It's almost like having an echo, but not quite an echo. It's kind of a weird noise to describe, but yeah. Now see, there's not a whole lot of other water sources around here. So we could pump water in from here. That would be a long run. This will be a kind of a long run, but it's not really that far from us, to be honest. Because we're just underneath our factory here, so yeah, we could pump water over here, but I think even that is going to be a lift for us to pump water. And it's not so much that I'm worried about the pump itself. If we have enough water stored, we should be able to pull off of that, I would think. As long as we're getting enough to each of our machines. Yeah, it might be best for us to go here on our waterfall there and set up. And then just pipe it over. We could make a storage I ran away from power too far. Okay, so what I'm saying is we could come basically right on the other side of those rocks there. Can't get too far away from power or we will fall out of the sky. I do love this. Not having to burn fuel and stuff. We're just using electricity. That's awesome. So yeah, what I'm saying is setting up some pumps right there, and we could either come across this way or we could come across that way, and we could set up some more tanks if we need to. I mean, we could set up tanks, pump the water into that, and then transfer it over to our factory. Either way. Now we could go up there and set up some more pumps out there, and we could pipe the water back under our road or something. There's options. There's options here. Now we should feed off of the railroad. Yeah, see, we could build a nice little facility over here to pump water into. Now I know those tanks will fill up once that stuff has set up. We could just thinking about it, we could redo our tracks over here. Now I don't know exactly how we're going to do the blueprint idea as far as out here goes, because there's nothing for us to put our pillars to. I mean, I guess we could just run them as far down into the fog as we can where they disappear, and it'll at least seem realistic. I mean, they'll be there. But yeah, we can't really go down there. That is not in our territory. We figured that out when we drove a car off a cliff. But there is a slug right down there. We can go at least that far. And then all that out there is outside of our realm. I've already discovered that. So we do have boundaries. But yeah, if we did that, then we would be bringing it in by pipe. Now this I set up in case I decide to bring oil or fuel here. But right now it's not used. So we got to get water figured out, and we'll have to figure out what else we need. because this won't sit here forever. I'm going to get that out from in front of our door, but nonetheless. This just needs materials. Which I think see, that's getting produced up here. We have plastic. The AI limiter. I don't know if I have that set up. I think I just brought the stuff to make those by hand. I don't think we're actually making those yet. Because that is another thing we need to get set up. Okay. See, that's why I wasn't sure if I was going to do all this on this floor or the next floor up, because we still got stuff that we need. That goes into an assembler. And it's going to take copper sheets and wire. We're making the circuit boards. We were making some empty canisters. What is this? Ah, yes, right here. We do have those set up. Good deal. Good deal. Okay, so we have that. We have the computers. High-speed connectors. And plastic. Okay, now where do I want to set this thing up at? It might be easier to set it up over here. Since a lot of our stuff is kind of centrally located, we could run it wherever we want to run it. A1, the computers, and plastic will all come from there. High-speed connector, I think, would be the only thing we'd have to run over here for that. And we're missing cable for that. Yeah, I say we start over here, maybe. Because we need room to make storage. We need a manufacturer. Let's see. Yeah, if we were to add some storage to that, come out, I don't know, about right there maybe. Let's try that. That'll allow us to add storage. That'll allow us to come right off the front of that with some storage. We should be able to turn that and still have, I think that'll work. I mean, we could turn it and just go down the center of our building too. There's nothing saying we can't do that. Yeah, we'll just go with this for now. So, this is what we're wanting to make. We need the AI limiter. Right now, I'm just going to go with a short conveyor belt, 4. And then we need computers. We have so much stuff running over the ceiling right now, it'd be kind of hard to... we could do it. We could do it. Same height. It looks like it's the same height. I know our conveyor belt ain't gonna reach that far. It's too long. Okay, so we need these guys. I'd say probably about right there. There's that. And then from this same direction, we need plastic. We run it over to here. We should be able to kind of tie into this. And it should. Bring us Come on. Spazzing out on me here. I'll sit right there. Boom. Alright, there's plastic. And that should leave us with the high-speed connector. Ah, this one's going to be a fun run. This is going to be a fun one. Maybe. Is it going to affect our catwalk too much? Yeah, it is. It's gonna... it's alright. We'll figure it out. Okay, now from there, we're going over here. I'll bring it up to at least the same level as that. And bam. Okay, we have high-speed connectors, computers, plastic, and our A1 limiter. Now we just need power. Let's go right there. Boom. And now we need something to put it in. Give us room in case... Oh, no, we shouldn't have to do that. We can run right out of our storage if that's the case. Okay, there we go. We've got those taken care of. Okay. This is going to take aluminum casings, a crystal oscillator, and computers. So we'll have to bring aluminum casing over. We already have the oscillators and the computers right here. And yes, I could definitely finish running some lights in here so we can actually see what we're doing here. Now, it would be a little bit of a long run to bring in aluminum casing all the way over here, but that does allow us to split into the computers. That's the crystal oscillator. Which we could bring right into there. Okay. A plastic and some frames. We gotta go downstairs for those. Oh. For part of it anyway. Okay, we need frames and well, we're gonna have to visit all of our floors apparently. We need cable too. Go up here, get some cable. Ding. There we go, we got cable. We got plastic. I don't need that in there. I don't need that in there. I don't need that. I don't need that. Okay, and we want to make this. So we need computers. I think we just need a regular splitter. I don't think we need priority on this. Oh, we need to be much lower. Much lower. Let's see if it'll work. I doubt it. Nope. It's going to be the wrong direction there. We may have to come off of the splitter here and run it. This may not work the way we want it to. Tell us it's in improper shape. Yep. Okay. Well, what we may have to do is try to straighten that up some then. Come off the other side over here. That's going to run us down through that one, I bet. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Okay. Computers. I need to get the oscillator ran over here. I need some more materials. Okay. Instead of running all the way over on the other side, I'm going to come out here into my personal stash. There we go. Maybe. Maybe. Yeah, that'll work. Maybe that's what we need to do with this one. Bring it down some. Bring it down a notch. And then it should just be aluminum casing, right? Yep. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get that tick over there. Okay, I almost want to move this further down. That's what I'd like to do. Bring this production more down here. Put like 2 of them in. I kind of hope we're not sticking through the floor anywhere, but it's a possibility. Make sure we can merge those two together. Okay, in, out, in, out. In. And back out. Yep, we did. We got off on all of them. Oops. get that set up so it starts transferring all of that over here. Okay, now hang on. We messed that one up. There we go. So in, out, in, and out. So that's where we will come out of to go over there. Okay. Now a merger. Cut that off for a second. Aluminum casing. Aluminum casing. And power. Okay, so that one is filling up pretty quick. Well, we could help it out some too. Alright, that was painless as possible. Alright, so no longer that guy. No longer need that. That. Or that. Missing plates. Oh, of course I am. Okay. And there we go. Labeled. Signed, sealed, and delivered. There we go. Now, really? Come here. Now, of course, we turned it the wrong way, too, so that's not going to help us any. Let's try that again. There we go. And no, you don't have to do it this way. Nope, wrong way. Okay. How do we do this one? I think we brought the conveyor over. So it was straight. I mean, it would be cool if we could connect right there, but we can't. Yep, it's going to hit right there. Okay. Problem solved. I mean, straight should be straight, shouldn't it? Yeah, I mean, come on now. Yeah, because these are going to be, they're going to be right up against each other by the time we are said and done here. And that might take us a little bit higher than that one is, and that's fine. That's fine. As long as we're getting the product where we need it to go. We're missing those beams again. Oh, how it takes so much of that to build. Just a conveyor belt, you know? At one point I had this down there in the quick menu, but I had to change that up when we were building stuff, and I just haven't put it back yet. Okay, so we need this. Oh boy. We're going to run into some issues here. I guess we'll have to put stands up, I guess, because it's not going to let us connect to the lights up here. Let's see, yeah, because I don't really want to take up our... We could just conveyor straight down right there. I'm wondering if we can get by with doing it right here. Let's see what happens. I don't know. I know we need to be below the light. And it's fine. You can just run through the light. It is what it is. Now, the question is, down there, how far down do we need to go? Okay. Let's see what we've got, because we could drop down and come through this wall too. We have some options. That'll probably work. We'll probably work with that. What do y'all think? I think we can. I'm wondering if our... I don't know, if we come down to here... Will it reach this far? It will not. Okay. be over here. Which we can run it up high until we get where we need to drop it down. Let's see here, we're going over there. Okay. With this miraculous beast right in our way, you know. I mean, why not? Why not? I may be able to just jump right over to that one. Actually, no. We jumped right here. No, actually, we're going to run into issues because we have nothing to attach to over here. Okay, well, that wasn't so painful. Now it will be if we ever want to, you know, straighten up our spaghetti mess a little bit more. Until I figure out what we need of this, we're just going to hook up a couple of storage units. No big deal. And now we need power to that also. And of course, our power is running right into our building here. Okay. That's doing good. This should. Okay. Well, we have that going for us. Now, how do we want to do? The sulfuric acid. We could do that in the basement. We wouldn't have so much uplift with the water. We would actually be pumping downhill. Run the sulfur downstairs. Because we have all those batteries over there. I really don't need to add any more over here. We brought the water in all downhill. Just go right into the basement down here. All downhill, we shouldn't have any, lifting problems. It's just pumping it to get it here. Produce our sulfuric acid right in here. We could bring our pipes right down this way or across the ceiling, something. Because our sulfur is right out the other side of that wall. Right there. Comes out of the train. We would have to... Okay. Listen. I need in here. Thank you. We can... drop out of here. Because this we can always, we can put a splitter in and run it that way. We could just put a splitter in here and run another storage unit down there. We could come out of there too and come down. Either way, this is where our sulfur is at. Oh, I did have coal running this way. I must have changed my mind and ran it a different route, because everything that needs coal, I believe, is running. Yeah, we brought coal in a different way. We went ahead and ran it from over there. So, okay. If we're not careful, we will run out of power. There we go. And then again, we could shorten this up and run straight out of the train. But are we going to bring in enough to make this happy? That's the question. And the next task will be bringing in the water. I'll put a 3 in just in case. Let's see here. Dang it. That's not what I wanted. Yeah, that one should work. Let's do that. There we go. Something like that, maybe. About as good as it's gonna get. There we go. Now we could run sulfur all the way to the other side over there. Set up some sulfuric acid over there. And put some tanks in. Put some tanks in for water. Pump water down here. Just to have a couple tanks over here. And set up the sulfuric acid and set up some tanks to catch that. And then we'll just have to pump the sulfuric acid out of here. So we'll end up in the middle somewhere, I would imagine. We just set up a few storage tanks. See, I really don't need that anymore. We could just block this off and keep that as our entrance there. I don't know. Yeah, we have definitely got some walls messed up somewhere. I'm just gonna paint that to match just so it blends in better. Anyway, we got some stuff messed up somewhere. Alright, so yeah, why not? We'll set up some tanks, pump water to it, and go from that into our production, which we can set up however we want, really. And then we got to figure out how to get it from here to where we need it. Or bring the stuff down here to it. Yeah, that was on the other floor, wasn't it? Yes, it was. Yeah, it probably would be. Just drop that alumina solution down through the floor. And that's hoping that we're producing enough to do this. Yeah, because we could drop both those straight down. We could do all this in the basement. There we go. We added something to the basement. Hooray. Okay. Yep. Down here to where our gap is. Oh yeah. We're producing quite a bit of that. So we installed a T right here. We could drop down there, or we could drop down out of this one here potentially, but we're not pushing that much right here. I'd be awful leery about doing the water here, just because we haven't filled up our tanks here yet, and they're not, doesn't look like they're doing so hot. Well, we could set up all kinds of solutions to that problem. Pump even more water in here. Oh, there's some more walls I missed. Because coming down that hill, we could tee over and bring water over here, or we could just pump it in from down here. It won't be that hard to drop down. Because then we have to drop all the way down. Hopefully we could come down somewhere down in here maybe. Let's see. Yeah, if we could somehow find our way. Yeah, there's an extra block we didn't need. Oh look, there's another one. Yeah, if we can get in line with this. we can drop our solution right down. Yep, we're almost in line with that T. Can we move over one more? It's possible. Nothing is feeding off of this. Yeah, we probably could. We could probably drop down one more right here. And we should be able to drop right out of that T. And there we go. Problem solved. I mean, while we're working on this stuff, we might as well, right? One less floor we gotta do later. Alright. I guess there's some stuff that we forgot to delete before. Oops. I don't think we have a wall with the pipe in it. We'll have to... something like that, maybe? Is that gonna line us up? Probably good enough. Oh yeah, that's good enough. Okay, so we got that figured out. I'll put foundation back in once we figure out if we're going to need a bunch of pumps or what the deal is with that. I really feel like we should be pumping a whole lot more than we are, to be quite honest. And I've got pumps running to each tank that should be pushing. And certainly we don't have that much lift here. Why are we not producing out of anything else? Water? might help. I have no idea. I'm kind of stumped here. It's got. Are we not hooked up? Is that what's going on here? Right. Yep, our water. Okay. We're missing heavy frames. That is... we'll just go back out this way. That would explain a lot. Okay, well, maybe we'll start taking some water from here then. Because this is getting fed pretty much twice. This takes water. The other one is producing water, so. Yep, that would explain it. Let's see, we're going from 600 a minute, 600 a minute, and then we're losing right there. See, even that one's not. Water coming in. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe we need to bring the water in and tie it into our tank. there's something happening here. We may have to dismantle this and rerun it. Something is going on in this area that's it's not benefiting us. Maybe I need to go down to a smaller pump then. What if we just take that out completely? It's still right there in that T. I mean, it's not that we're not getting enough. I mean, obviously we're producing, but Maybe we need a pump down here. I'll add more pumps. See if that helps. I don't know. Yeah, our tanks are like empty. Okay, well, we had a slight problem. Hopefully it's fixed now. I thought we would have an actual overflow problem, but we're not. Looks like we might be having a problem getting the water up here, but I don't know. Maybe our problem is somewhere else. These tanks are not filling. And there's nothing using it, because that's the only place we have it hooked up. I'm pretty sure we shut that valve off. Let's open it and see what happens. It's kind of odd that we have all this water coming in, but we're not filling up for some reason. It's not going to do us any good to set up anything else if this ain't working right, because we won't be able to have the product we need. I mean, I know this isn't really doing a whole lot as far as production goes, but that pipe said 600, but we're not getting 600 feed into this. There's just no way. It is filling though. Oh, see, it keeps slowing down too. I don't know, maybe we shut everything down over here and just let this fill back up. I don't know. So I honestly feel like if that being disconnected is not affecting this over here. I want to get them tanks filled up and see if we can use it in our system. See, the numbers are not increasing. Oh, we had that valve shut off. Duh. Let's see what happens. No, that valve's on. See, it's filling now. And we're slowing down. Is it because nothing's using it on the other end? What's going on here? These tanks should fill up. Oh, 600, 600, and then nothing. And we're hooked up. See, that doesn't make any sense. How are these pipes full but the tanks aren't doing anything? Yeah, we got a problem. We got a problem. Fill rate should be 602. We're sitting still at 310. So something is not right here. Something's not right. We may have to go out and come back in and see if it fixes itself. An error occurred. Yep. sometimes that will happen. Sometimes you just got to restart and it'll fix itself, and then sometimes it doesn't. Let's see, we're going now. Let's see if it stops again. Yeah. Interesting. It's not catching up to itself for some reason. And we're not pumping at all, so... It's kind of weird. Kind of weird, guys. But I think I'm gonna jump off here for a little while, guys. We might come back later and see if we can tackle this, figure this out. If I do it off stream, then I will record it and post it in the videos. But we're gonna have some melon and things. Got some things we got to get done before it gets dark. This week, reminder, I do have work this week, so streaming may be a little sporadical. But we will figure that out when the time comes. It's just gonna kind of depend on Now I'm feeling all that good stuff. I think Fireside might still be alive. Let me check for you guys. Let's see. See if we can send you somewhere. It says he is. If you guys want to pop over to his channel, I'll put it down here in the chat for you. Just click on his channel, click on live, and then it should take you right to his stream. If you'll wait for that to pop up, guys. There it is. We will see you next time.
Feathers been calling, my enemies stalling, my people been balling, my team we been wildin'. Canada 100, we use basic tools. Strategies moving where we gotta move. There wasn't no option, no time on the clock, and no setting it back, and we gotta get profit. I'm standing on top of the glory, the road. We was just rebels and do what was told. When they asked me how we leveled up, without us getting stuck, we just muscled up. This game's been no one gotta tighten up, gotta muscle up, or you will get stuck in this game. Falling, I'm balling on top of that mountain. I'm on and I'm calling my mom and tell her I'm good. I'm surrounded by family like back in the hood. I was falling from grace, I was misunderstood. Hey, the pressure will sit you right down, but I stood up. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. On the balcony screaming, they just let me be. We had to slow it down. What goes around comes around. Oh, the frequency different now. I was going through different rounds. Hey, it's crazy, the progress is hitting now. Ain't no sitting and lost and found. I found what I lost in a minute now. I was on the wrong path, I admit it now. My only option was to get it now.
I got it on both and I learned from the losses. My failure was friendship, I saw it was costing. Started like everyone had certain tools. Only difference is I knew what to do. Now everyone calling on progress is stalling. My stock is missing in my life.